Hello and welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes. My name is Natalie. I'm an empath and intuitive card reader. I'm here today to do the very first reading for the very first brand new year coming up on us pretty fast for January 2017, and this is for the sign of Capricorn. It's still in Capricorn's birthday month, so we begin with them. Before I start, I'm going to light my intuitive candle from intuitivecandles.com. Soy-based candles made right here in the province of New Brunswick. They are beautiful. I should have hauled my gift out here that I won from them. You know those contests on Facebook says click like and share and comment, and you'll be entered in for a prize. Well, Intuitive Candles had one of those little contests. I thought, what the heck, right? Oh, this is Christmas spice. The scent. It's already filling my house with more of a balsam smell that I already have. I have other candles going here. But this is intuitivecandles.com. Go to them. And what you get with your candles, the second gift, the wax melts. And in this one, Christmas spice, this is what my treasure revealed. It's a rose quartz. Not with the chain, just the pendant and the hook itself. You can go to my Facebook page and get a really good look at this. And the other one that I have, the aventurine stone as well. So I wear them both. But this is absolutely beautiful quartz. Absolutely beautiful. I just was thrilled all the way around. Oh, there's my tiger. Hold on, I'll show it to you guys. And then we'll get right into the reading. So this is what I won. This sculptured tiger. There's a baby. Beautiful stand that it sits on as well. Let's see, we'll start like that and then move around, I guess. Isn't this nice? I won that. I don't ever win anything. So I will cherish this for a very, very, very long time to come. So it also makes a good chain tree, necklace tree, you know, like a ring tree, but because I had my pendants on it this morning to get pictures of it. Look at that. Rawr. Okay, enough of that. I just had to share that. That's from intuitive.com. So, okay, so let's get into the reading for Capricorn. I hope everybody had a really good Christmas. I've already shuffled and cleansed the cards up really well. I'll give them a nice warm up here for you guys. It's a beautiful day here. The last few days have been incredibly warm. Very, very, very warm. It looks more like spring out there with the snow all gone. That's just what it looks like. I've got my window open here. Last couple days, doors and windows have been open, and I'm in Canada. Right on the Bay of Fundy, on the coast, the Maritime provinces, the Atlantic region, and when we get winter here, we get winter. Our seasons are strong. Our falls are very fallish. Lots of leaf color, cooler temperatures, warm days, cool nights. Summers can be hot and humid and hot and dry. The springs are glorious. I live on a migratory bird path here. So all the birds coming up from, you know, the southern states and different parts of the world. Most of them have to cut right through my backyard. And they usually have a layover and they have a bite to eat. And you see all kinds of neat things here in the spring. And in the fall, we get to say goodbye to them as they all leave. And then we slide into winter. And winter is winter here. It's cold and snowy. What do you want messages today for Capricorn? Message. One more. Some good cards. Nice, juicy, meaty ones. This is for the first month of the year. January. No, that's it. All right. The first card that I pulled in Tarot has brought forward for you is the Queen of Cups. Capricorn, it's all about sensitivity. And this is your overall energy for this reading. Card number 2. Two of Wands is vision. This is your financial sector, your wealth, anything to do with money and earning power. Card number 3, the vortex, temptation. This is in your love, your heart sector, anything to do with love in your heart, anything. That could be from, every kind of person you could think of, a mate, husband, wife, mother, father, brothers, sisters, anything to do with your heart. Card number 4, your challenges for mid-January. No, all of January. Sorry, your challenges for January, the month of January. I'm already jumping ahead to the mid-month, sorry. You got the sun, and it's about happiness. And sometimes, Capricorn, you don't realize the happiness is right there within your reach. Sometimes you need to go looking for it, and sometimes you don't. You're just not seeing it. The 5th card. Oh, lovely. In your message from Spirit, Capricorn. Ace of Cups. Look at that. What a beautiful card. At the very end of this 5-card spread, once I've exhausted the messages, I'll pull one significator from my deck of tarot for the overall reading. All right. One moment. A little drink. I'm awful dry. Lemonade. Okay. So, the Queen of Cups. This card, Capricorn, comes with advice about, advising you to, hi baby, sorry to interrupt, I don't normally get distracted. That's one of my crows, and he's about 4.5 feet away from me. He's beautiful. You have a good bite to eat. That's a good boy. You're so beautiful. Anyway, okay, Capricorn. So, this card is here to advise you to be more open to your sensitive side. Tune into more of your nurturing side. I'm feeling for some of you, if you come into conflict, your first response is to be right on it. Boom, negative. Kaboom, hit now and talk later. This card's here to advise you not to be that way. To stop for 1 sec. Just 1 second. When you find yourself, and some of you are going to find yourselves in a situation like this, so stop for 1 second. And I'm hearing kill them with kindness. So for some of you, you're going to need to do that. Somebody has, upset you by what they've said or they've done. Your first knee-jerk reaction is to kind of flip out, to show aggression, to raise your voice, to become argumentative. But this card's here to just give you a little nudge to say, hold on, just take 1 second. Do it the other way. Do it in a really sickeningly sweet way. Kill them with kindness. They won't expect that from you. That's for some of you. And the card's here advising that. It's also here to tell you that if you're making any decisions that have to be, usually if you tend to go more on an emotional energy, the card here is right now saying try and not go there emotionally. Always try to be in control and use your intelligence. Right now, this is your best guide. This is where your energies are laying at right now. This is the overall energy for this reading. The key words that do come with this card are love and nurturing, generosity, protection, caring, and emotion. The card is also stating for you to be openly emotional with a few choice friends right now. Really just be yourself toward your family as well. When this card appears, it is telling you and showing you as well, Capricorn, that you are surrounded by loyalty. You have inner creativity, and you are surrounded by creativity and creative people as well, which is wonderful. You may begin some new creative projects at this time. I'm hearing for some of you, this is the first time you've ever taken on a project of creativity of any kind. This is a new venue for you. Maybe you've got something at Christmas time that opened up that artistic side. Maybe you got a set of paints and brushes. Maybe you got a Dremel set. I've always wanted one of them. One day I'll have one. Or something along these lines, and you're going to probably find out, well, I'm willing to try this. This might be fun, and you may really enjoy yourself. So the card says this may be a little thing, but on the creative wavelength, this is something that's more than just small to you. When you start discovering things about yourself that you didn't even know were there. Some people are late bloomers, you might say. So anything that you take on right now will probably work out pretty good for you, pretty well. It'll, you know, relationships, any dealings, anything you start new right now. Although I'd wait a bit till after Mercury ends its retrograde. But you can try focusing and putting yourself into. Hi, sorry for the little blip. You would have seen the screen and the phone was ringing, right? Well, I had to stop and answer the phone. I'm very sorry about that. Okay, so I just went back and reviewed, so I knew where I left off. Kind of centered myself all over again. I'm feeling here for you, Capricorn, that because this is the card of sense, you represent sensitivity. You're in touch with your sensitive side. If not, you're going to be very soon. You're going to become and find yourself, and you're going to be aware of it. That why am I so emotional lately? Very emotional lately. This is why. She's here to tell you. It's just the way your energies are flowing right now. Things that are important to you are being stirred and being moved, being brought to life. Because you're closer to the, we'll say the yin, the feminine side of human nature. Not to say that men aren't, because they are, but generally, as I'm old school, so for me growing up, men and the word male and female just didn't, for men, no, never, kind of thing. So that's old school me talking. But the feminine side, male or female, right now, whoever you are, whatever you are, your sensitive side is more surfaceable at the moment. It's more, you're getting in touch with it easier than you did before, and you're noticing that. Because of that, take advantage of that time. Don't let it confuse you or mess you up. Just take advantage of that time and say, you know what, it doesn't hurt to do this once in a while, and focus in on family. If there's any children in your life, even extended, focus in on them. Your friends, why not use it while it's going? Use up the emotional energy that you're feeling to express and just remind people verbally how you feel about them and what they mean to you. So there's your overall energy for the reading. Card number 2. Let's see here. This is your wealth and finances. It is the Two of Wands. It is all about vision. Wands are all about practical things in our lives, like bank accounts, our jobs, our paychecks, our homes, you know, things like that. It's good to be in a practical way of mind as well, a mindset. Sometimes, as I just said, with the sensitivity card, she's all about emotions. And then this one shows up, it's a Wands. And sometimes we have to push emotions to the side and we bring forth our practical and logical, and we're all grown-ups here and we all need to behave as such kind of side when dealing with practical things. This card also, when it shows up, it's also saying that you could meet somebody now that's like-minded, just like you, that can go there. Some people are really good at that. They can bounce from a situation and emotion to situation and emotion. Yes, there's the other side of the sensitivity with the Queen of Cups. You're not just sensitive you're sensitive to everything around you right now. Most of you are even aware of that right now, Capricorn. That you're super sensitive to everything, smells and scents, touch, audio. Everything seems clearer and sharper at the moment, so you're super sensitive to anything. Therefore, you can be super sensitive to a mood in a situation. You know, you could be walking down King Street, you know, carrying your shopping bags, and you're in, you know, up in your head, you're somewheres, and suddenly you know, this familiar face will vaporize in front of you, and you run into somebody that you know, and you have to switch modes really quick. Some people aren't really quick on the updraw or the uptake there, and some of you are. Some of you are really good at it, and because you're into this sensitive energy right now. That's the way it's going to feel. You're kind of going to be really. It's like you've got this rhythm with life when that happens, and you haven't missed a beat. It's a really good thing. But you're liable to meet somebody that is quite like-minded like you, that can change that way. Very adaptable, I guess. I went through all that. I could have said adaptable. Very adaptable to any given situation in any moment. If you do, for those of you that meet up and you pair up and partner up with somebody else right now, if it feels good, go for it. Emotional, again, you see the sensitivity. If it feels good, go for it. I wouldn't normally say that when it comes to financial realms or any aspect of the financial world involved at all, but this is your wealth and your wealth and your money and finances. And right now, just the way everything's flowing, and because you're so attuned, because when you're more emotional, you become more attuned to a lot of different things. That's if you're not irrationally emotional, because that's a whole different thing, right? But you just know it. You're going with your gut, because you're super sensitive right now, so you're going with your gut, and your gut doesn't steer you wrong. If you meet somebody and you discuss partnering, now's a good time to do that. It'll broaden your horizons, if nothing else. It will open the world a bit more to whatever it is that you're into. It will definitely, you think you knew it all, and you're going to be finding there's a whole world of wealthy information that's wealthy for you. It means something to you. It's going to be a good thing. So keep your mind open for that. Some of you are going to be inspired by a teacher right now. And you'll be looking to hone your skills, and that's what that broadening of the horizon as well. The advice of this card is to look for others who share your visions. That's a nice thought. And work together for greater results for you and whoever else that you get involved with. The key words for this are partnerships for this card. Partnerships, remember that. And creativity. Creativity, wow, to make money as the end result, it'd be a lot of fun, I think, to be given so much creativity. Communications, despite the fact that Mercury is, Mercury I think is, don't pin me to this, I'd have to stop here and look it up. I think it's January the 7th or the 8th is when Mercury ends its retrograde. So communications after that point, I would encourage them very much so. This card also brings to the forefront that you may be doing some planning, gaining more education, more knowledge, and ingesting and absorbing any bit of knowledge that you can in your field of choice. And travel might be involved for some as well. That's an interesting card. Really interesting. Okay, so the third card, we got your heart, your love, your romances. This could anywhere from the family pet to mom and dad, brothers and sisters, right down to personalized one-on-one romantic relationships as well. We pulled the vortex. It's all about temptation. Some of you, when this card shows up, is saying you're feeling trapped just the way these two mer people are. There's a mer boy and a mer girl caught up within a vortex. Sometimes it's an addiction. Sometimes it's addiction to relationships as well. But if you look outside, how close they are to calmer waters. All they have to do is reach for it. It's there the whole time. The possibility of being in calmer waters is there the whole time. All you have to do is go for it. It's not as far away as you think it is. Some of you are feeling trapped by your job or money issues, love, or even lust. A common meaning, don't get mad at me for this. It's the card. The card represents affairs. Either you or somebody else could be having an affair. It's brought, and it fell into your place of love, your heart, your romances, and all that good stuff. This is where the card fell. And one of the more common meanings for the vortex is there are affairs going on, affairs of the heart. Now, if you know me personally, and you're a Scorpio, just because you know me personally, this is meant for you. Because I've been having a bit of a ruffle here the last couple of months. These are general readings. They're not meant for you. I can't even think of a Scorpio right off. Oh, yes, I do. I can too. I can think of one or two. Okay, but it's a general reading. Because you know me doesn't mean this is meant directed at you. It is what the card is saying. General reading, and it's the card. It is not moi, okay? Okay. All right, so, but it does. Some of you may be feeling like you have no control over the other people in your life at all. Some of you right now are also attracted to somebody that's not good for you in any way, shape, or form. They are not for you. You're feeling an extremely strong pull from them of some kind. I don't know. Yeah, the Scorpio again is coming up. This is not for Scorpio. I'm sorry, I might have implied that earlier. What I meant to say was this other person. The other person. Because this is for Capricorn. But Capricorn, you have a Scorpio in your life if you do. If it's not you, then it's the Scorpion that's doing it. See, Spirit will get it out there one way or another. You just to kick my butt to do so. Sorry about but that's it. This is Capricorn reading, but it's somebody that's a Scorpio. That's like I'm not embarrassed. I'm actually feeling the heat of this card in reference to this meaning, that there is a Scorpio that's either watching this, and if they're not the one messing around, then it's their Capricorn that's messing around. Okay, so some people become also addicted to, because you're trapped, that feeling of trapped, there's addiction to just about anything. I'm not going to list them. But you can become addicted to other people as well. And that's probably got to be one of the worst. One of the worst of the worst addictions is being addicted to another human being, so stuck on them. And that's when things get really messed up. We have to be careful of that, to not fall into that vortex of being addicted to another person. This card represents, some people just addicted to love itself. It's where they put themselves. This card's also revealing a bit of bondage and illusion that's going on. But here's the thing. Somebody may be holding you under bondage or portraying an illusion to you, to hold on to you. But you can break free anytime you want. You are the one completely 100% in control of you. You can break free anytime you want. Time to take your power back is what the card is screaming out at you. It's time for you to take your power back. And it's going to be a lot easier than what you think. The keywords for this card, some of them are choices, contracts, control, affairs, restrictions, and addictions. Heads up on that one. Don't get mad at me. I am not talking to anybody in particular. General reading. The Sun. Happiness. This is your challenge. Capricorn. For January 2017. So not a bad card overall. This card usually brings forth joy and positivity, happiness, an end to pressures, an end to stress. Now all those things are wonderful. The card is saying this is the time that I sense a lot of activity here. A lot of activity during January. I'm busy. A lot of people. A lot of places to be. People to see. And that's for a lot of you, Capricorn. An awful lot of you. I feel, but you're going to be challenged in the way for some alone time just for you. You need some alone time right now. You need time to find your inner child. You really need to find your inner child, and you need to bring your inner child into the fold, into your reality, into your now. It's going to, I don't know what the purpose is, but there's a purpose for it. I'm not hearing it. But it's just something you must do right now. You need to find some quiet time just for you. As the meme says, the quiet time I take for myself is for everybody else's benefit. And that's where you're going to be coming from. That's going to be your challenge, to be able to do that for the month. Hobbies are highlighted right now. Creative projects as well are highlighted right now. The advice of this card is to enjoy your success, feeling safe, feeling appreciated, and the harmony that is around you. Keywords are growth and joy, children, protection, holiday success, and commitment. Making that commitment to yourself is where I'm feeling that the challenge is you have to spend some time with you just to make it all come together, to make everybody else happy and content. So it's not much of a challenge for January. Aren't you lucky? But you're very busy. I sense that very, very strongly. The last card that I pulled for you in this 5-card Oceanic Tarot spread is a beautiful card. My, aren't you lucky? The Ace of Cups, it's all about love. And to make it even more special, this is your message from Spirit. Okay. When this card represents love in its purest form, in every form, but in its purest form, this is how I feel about it. It represents perfection. It represents finding the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow in a metaphoric way. It makes it brings happiness into the home. It represents a good home life. It represents a good family. It represents anything that it has any substance to it in this world, anything that is important, truly important. We're not talking about your bank account or your trip to the Bahamas. We're talking about the sustenance of life. This card pops up to tell you these are all surrounding you. They are enveloping you. They are there. You just have to lift your head, take a look around, and it's all there. This is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful card. Some of you will receive your heart's desire, and you will experience true contentment and abundance. You will feel your cup of life is overflowing. It's never half empty. It's always overflowing. This is going to last for some of you for quite some time to come, and you know it is. It's been a long time coming. You're feeling the glow. You are a glow. You are glowing from contentment and joy, and your heart is singing, and it's a wonderful thing. You've finally found where you belong on the planet, where you belong in the world, where you belong within humanity. You found your spot. It's not for everybody, general reading, but some of you certainly have, and that's who this card is applying to. Some of you are working on artistic pursuits. Some of you are working on relationships. Some of you are planning Springs Garden for 2017. Some of you are renovating in your home. Some of you are writing a book. At this time, this card is also asking you to open your heart, trust, and be open to what comes to you. Embrace whatever comes to you. Now, that even means what you believe is something negative. There's always, wherever there's dark, there's light. Wherever there's bad, there's good. Wherever there's love, well, we'll say there isn't. It doesn't matter. Whatever comes to you, embrace it. It's going to help you grow. It's going to help you appreciate what you have right now. Not what you're going to have a month from now, but what you have right now. Because all that's really important is right now. You know? And we could have a conversation about that could go on forever. But be open to these things. Your keywords for this card are beginning, passion, creativity, strong, intuitive emotions, instinctive knowledge within, trust in your feelings. Trust in your feelings. And I don't know why I'm hearing it, but I'm hearing number 8. I'm seeing the letter 8, a black letter 8. Does that mean anything to any of you? I don't know. So let's move right in, and we're going to get our significator for this 5-card spread using the Oceanic Tarot deck. Please bring us one significator for this overall reading for the sign of Capricorn for the monthly January general reading 2017. One significator, please. That was a good reading, Capricorn. It really was. It's interesting. A lot of emotional stuff going on. A lot of people. You're very, very busy. And I feel no huge major changes right now for you, Capricorn. What I feel are small, subtle ones. No less important than the bigger ones. They are important. They'll play a role in your life later on. They're almost like an experience that you're going to tap back into. You're going to need that memory. I don't know why, but you will. There's a memory there and you're going to need it over the subtle things that are happening this month. So you pay attention to that. Make mental notes. Write them down even if you want. Okay. Right here. All right. Okay, we'll do it. Let's do it. Spirit is speaking. What do we got? I'm ready to rip this guy up, and I'm ready to throw him away. He came up reversed. I'm trying to remember. I'm not telling you yet. Hold on a minute. Any of you that watch all the videos, you already know what it is. He pisses me right off. Sorry, but he does. He just burns me. I get tired of seeing the same card. He was in all the mid-monthlies that I just did. Almost every one of them. Almost every sign. He was there through the whole thing. He did come in reverse, but he has no meaning in this deck in reverse, the deck of tarot. He's the King of Swords, who's a great leader and a very magnificent-looking human being, well, he was. He is cut and dry. He doesn't wear his emotions at all. Not ever. He's very strong. He's very forceful. He's a man that gets his way. He's a man that gets the job done. He's unemotional. He's a lot of things. He carries an aura of intimidation about him. He is silent, and he's very serious. By tradition, the King of Swords is an expert on law, politics, society, or communications. Whenever he is found, he exercises power. He's emotionally cold, as is the Queen. The King of Swords is happiest with the life of stimulating work following high ideals. And you know what, Capricorn? This is what I'm hearing. This is them. This is them. This is them. This is you. There's part of you. You remember we talked about the emotional sensitivity. We talked about sensitivity. We talked about partnering up and being more open to everything around us. We talked about being trapped and trying to get out of it in many different levels, in many different ways. And the challenges to find our inner child. And then the best card of all was this one. Dun, 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 dun. This was you. You're very, very, very focus driven, just to the you're talking through your teeth kind of thing. I'm not all the time. All the time. You know what? If I could rip this card up, but I'm not, I'm very honest, I'd lose sleep all night over that destroying, but I would rip him up because it just, in this case, it's not really a bad thing that he came up. Really, it really makes the most sense that he did, because the polar opposite. It's like you were two people. For the first part of your life, you were fun and fun-loving and happy-go-lucky and full of hellry and piss and vinegar, as they say. And you were just this joy, this wonderful person everybody wanted to be around, that something happened. And it changed. You grew up too sensitive, and life really hit you hard, maybe. But you let it harden you, and you were him. You were him. Cold, emotionless. This is not all of you. This is some of you. I'm sorry, but that's what's coming across. That's what's in this card. It needs to be said. Somebody's weeping right now. You're not like that now. You're almost back to who you used to be. He's gone. He's not coming back. He's not coming back. the old you is going to find its way back. That's why it's important. I remember I said I wasn't sure why you need to spend that time. Now I do. Because it's important that you spend the time with your inner child. Because you're coming back. You didn't plan for this. And you weren't even aware of it. And maybe this is the first you've heard. Or maybe you've had inklings recently. And you're listening to this reading going, uh-huh, that's me. And you are. So now that you've known both sides of the world, you've known the dark and you've known the light, you've known the dull and you've known the sharp, now you can find that comfortable middle spot in between. And what you learned in the School of Hard Knocks, take it as lessons learned, as experience, and go into the world, your new world, with the new you, who used to be you anyway, with more sensitivity, with a softer heart. But you're nobody's fool. You're the perfect thing that ever happened since sliced bread. Well, look at that. Well, thank you, Capricorn. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I'll be back in 2 weeks' time to do the mid-months. And if you're new to YouTube, new to the channel here, click the red subscription button right below this video window. You'll be notified through your emails every time I post anything new. Please join us on Facebook as well. Bay of Finding Fortunes right on Facebook. Also, if you're interested in a private reading, I do offer the service. The information for that will be found down below in the description box as well. Thank you to all my subscribers for hanging in there. It's been kind of last half of the year was kind of rough. Even getting these readings out was a challenge. So hopefully in the new year, we'll have lots of juicy stuff going on anyways. Thank you very much for stopping by. I wish you the very, very best. From my heart to yours, thank you, and good night.